Hi, I'm Jamie Barton, State Representative of the 124th Legislative District, serving Berks and Schuylkill County, and welcome to another edition of Barton Breaks It Down, which is my commitment to keeping the people of Berks and Schuylkill and the 124th up to date with what's going on in Harrisburg and right here in our district with complete transparency. And today, I'm blessed to be with Dean of Temple Dental School, Dean Ismail, and we've got big news in Tamaqua, Pennsylvania for Schuylkill County and the surrounding counties as well. So welcome, Dean Ismail.
Thank you for inviting me.
Of course. So let's get right into it. There's rural dentistry is difficult in Pennsylvania. Right now, dental schools, of course, Temple, and then there's Penn and there's Pitt. Metropolitan dental schools, but we know that there's a shortage of rural dentistry. Why did Temple choose to come to Tamaqua, Pennsylvania?
Well, part of it is a desire to do a different solution, because most of the solutions have been proposed is to train more dentists. We increase class size, but the dentists still stay in metropolitan areas.
Right.
And I think there is a beauty in rural areas that students have to feel, instead of having 1 week rotation in a community clinic, they will live for 2 years. So in 2 years, when the students live and work and meet the people, they will develop an affinity to the community.
Right.
And that's the whole model. Is the model that we are proposing is that we'll provide care and full care. Full care, I mean, not just the simple restorative and extractions, but dentures and partials and orthodontics, implants, dentistry, everything in a clinic, similar to our dental school in Philadelphia. And the students will live in the community in rented apartments that we will lease for them. And we were lucky in Tamaqua that these two concepts or two facilities are available.
Right. And it all came together. There was certainly the Tamaqua Community Partnership. There was the state governor, Senator Argel, and myself have been very active in this as well. Congressman Dan Muser has been very, very involved as well. And then there's the Morgan Foundation as well. So it's really been and can't do anything without Temple Dental.
Well, we are the operators. We are the people who makes it happen, but we need support, and you provided excellent support. I mean, the support from the community has been very strong. Support from the dental community, the dentists are very supportive. Right. And the reason for it is that the Medicaid program in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania has issues. And one of the issues is really, it's not just the low fees, but the heavy bureaucratic burden, especially with adults. Adults are more difficult to treat in terms of the complexity of their treatment, but also the paperwork required to provide them care at 30 cents on the dollar. Most dentists cannot sustain their business that way. So we are providing a solution. And that solution is to locate in a rural area. We are tuition still based. Without tuition, the model will not work.
Right. Okay. So let me ask you a question. The curriculum that's existing in Philadelphia at Temple Dental School, how is that going to transform to Tamaqua, Pennsylvania? Can you explain how somebody would go about becoming a Temple Dental student and graduate from the Tamaqua facility? So
the DMD program, the basic dental degree that we offer, is a 4-year degree after finishing a bachelor degree or equivalent.
Right.
So the 4 years, they learn the first 2 years basic sciences, as well as some clinical sciences, and also a lot of preclinical. Every procedure they would do in the clinic, they have to pass in a preclinical simulation lab. Right. And then they go to the clinic in the 3rd and 4th years. So we're proposing taking the students for the 3rd and 4th year to move them to Tamaqua. 20 students, 10 students in 3rd year, 10 students in the 4th year. And they will do exactly and more than what we do in Philadelphia.
Wow. So 10 students year one.
Yes.
And the anticipation there is literally this year.
This year.
It's very aggressive timetable.
This year, by September, we need to put 10 students in Tamaqua.
Right.
And we have plans for that. As far as the curriculum, in the 3rd year, the didactic curriculum is short. It's focused on clinical sciences and will be offered in Tamaqua. So in the building we're building for the clinic, it has a smart seminar room with all the AV in it. And the students will take the lecture while sitting in Tamaqua, taking the lecture or the seminar from Philadelphia. So that is the operation for us, that we don't have heavy didactic, but heavy clinical. And actually, just to add that the students in Tamaqua will have more experience than the students in Philadelphia, because we designed it that every student will have their own unit for 2 years.
Wow.
Whereas in Philadelphia, they share it with another student.
Wow. So, and we just toured yesterday. I toured with Micah Gursky from the Tamaqua Community Partnership, toured the Rite Aid, where we're going to turn this to the Temple's clinic. And we toured the apartment building also, yes. Which is going to be refurbished and as well. And while there's lots of work and it's an aggressive timetable, it's exciting for what's coming. And let me just ask you, I mean, how important is it to have the students living in Tamaqua? You touched on it a little bit, but living right there in a apartment building together and being able to walk literally or ride a bike to the dental clinic right on Broad Street.
I came from a background of higher education where engagement with the community is a requirement for me. So I engage in people, and when I was in Canada with a very disadvantaged Black Nova Scotian community, I engage in Detroit with a Black community there, and I've seen the goodness of people and their desire to do better for themselves and their families. Right. So by seeing that, by feeling it, I think we can transform people. Tamaqua is a different community. It has a long history, and also everything I've seen in Tamaqua is ideal for the students to learn about rural life and the beauty of living in a community like Tamaqua. It's beautiful to drive to Tamaqua, and I think the students will enjoy being in Tamaqua because of the warmth of the people who I've met. And plus, we're bringing jobs to Tamaqua.
Right.
So there's a lot of jobs. We talk about the dental job. There will be dentists working full-time, and there will be dental assistants, of course. There will be dental technicians. There will be dental hygienists. So our challenge in the next several months is to train or to find, but very important, the dental community supports us, and we will not take their staff, hopefully.
Yeah, that's an important piece, and that's a very important piece,
right.
Because we've talked about, you and I had that conversation, when we're short of rural dentists, we're short of dental hygienists, dental assistants, technicians. All those things are important, and you have a plan for that as well.
Yes, well, dental assistant, we already are training dental assistant in Philadelphia. So that's I plan to, and I would like, they could contact your office. Need to train about 5 to 6 dental assistants. They could be graduate from a high school or have an associate degree. They don't have any skill, but we will put them in a program for 6 months. And we will move them to Philadelphia because it's easier because we have a clinic.
Correct.
And we'll support them to live in Philadelphia. So that's part of the plan that I have, is that we'll support them in housing and some stipends for meals and transportation, that they will live and train, and they will become take all the tests that's required for employment as a dental assistant in 6 months. And then hopefully by September, they will work for us as dental assistant and also help with the sterilization, which is a part of the job that they will do. So that's one. The dental hygienist is difficult to train, so I'm working with community colleges. Right. Because there are some requirements by the state for licensure that are different than dental assistants. So I'm working with the community colleges, Northampton, Lehigh, Carbon County, to start their own program or expand their program. But we will provide a clinical home for them, because we have extra chairs, dental units, that the hygienists could rotate in the clinic, and then they start to work with the students as well. So these are the most important start, is dental hygienist and dental assistant.
Dean Ismail, let me ask you this. Is there an opportunity for this to influence school children, yes. Say the elementary school or secondary education locally?
Yes, definitely. I mean, the clinic by itself shouldn't be just a clinic, a building at Rite Aid. We call it the Temple Tamaqua Dental Clinic and Education Center. It has to have a community impact. In other words, we have to go to the community. There's a community center across the apartments in Tamaqua where senior citizens are.
Yeah.
We need to work with them. We need to see them. Maybe on site we do examination, maybe provide prevention. Similarly, there are school children. I mean, we talk about K to 6 initially. We have to have a program in the schools. So we have to work with the school district to develop a program for schools. But I see that happening in 27, 28 when we establish a clinic. That means we're going to provide a continuum from the school to the clinic. And hopefully we don't need to bring the children to the clinic. They will be treated and managed preventively and minor restorative in the school. So it saves them a lot of time.
And it's preventive maintenance that
Yes.
continues through their life and
That's
starting trends of
That's right.
good oral health.
That's right. And because we have an educational center that seats a seminar room that seats
Right.
30 people, we can also hold the classes for the community to come and learn about oral health, as well as dentists doing continuing education.
This is great. Dean Ismail, again, thank you so much, because this is hits so many levels of community service, making Tamaqua healthy again, making Schuylkill County and surrounding counties healthy again when it comes to oral health and that expanding, providing jobs, bringing local dentistry to people that didn't have it before, and solving a problem of rural dentistry across the Commonwealth. So yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Of course.
Thank you.
Folks, we want to remind everybody to take care of your oral health, be healthy, take care of your teeth, and always remain Pennsylvania proud.